Have you ever wondered about the life of Cleopatra? She wasn't just a queen. Cleopatra VII, last pharaoh of Egypt, fluent in 9 languages, and a master of seduction and strategy. Her beauty and intelligence captivated powerful men. She ruled with her 2 older brothers and then her son for about 3 decades. In 69 BC, in the heart of Egypt, beneath the shadow of the great library of Alexandria, a child is born, not merely to royalty, but to destiny. Her name, Cleopatra. The 7th of her line. The last of her kind. She would become the last pharaoh of Egypt. Her life was filled with drama, love, and intrigue. But her story was only beginning. Let's explore her marriages and the end of her reign. In the ancient halls of Egyptian royalty, power was a family affair. And for Cleopatra, it began with a crown and a wedding veil. According to Ptolemaic tradition, royal siblings often wed to preserve the bloodline and legitimize their shared rule. It was politics wrapped in ritual, a throne secured by family ties. This was common in royal families to maintain power. The marriage was ceremonial. The power, uneven. Cleopatra, sharp and ambitious, took the reins. But not everyone approved. King's advisors saw Cleopatra's dominance as a threat. They turned the boy king against his sister. By 48 BC, Cleopatra was forced into exile. Her throne stolen. Her life in danger. But Cleopatra wasn't done. Exiled and outmaneuvered, Cleopatra made her boldest move yet, smuggling herself into Julius Caesar's palace in Rome, hidden inside a rolled-up carpet. She won his favor, not with flattery, but with intellect. And soon, she had his army. Their romance was legendary and politically advantageous. What followed was the Alexandrian War. Brother against sister. Rome caught in the middle. And Egypt's fate hanging by a thread. Cleopatra's brother, Ptolemy XIII, met a tragic end. And Cleopatra. She reclaimed her throne, with Caesar by her side. Egypt had its queen again. But the empire's gaze was shifting, and Cleopatra's story was far from over. Her alliance wasn't just political. Cleopatra and Caesar became lovers. And soon, a child was born, Caesarion, Little Caesar. Faced with the fear of Caesar's growing power on Roman democracy, he is assassinated by his rivals. Cleopatra decides to return to Egypt to protect her life and that of the child she has had with her late lover. Next, Rome fractured. Octavian, Caesar's adopted son, claimed Caesar's legacy. Mark Antony, a Roman general, held the East. And Cleopatra. She held the key to both. Antony summoned her to answer for Egypt's loyalty. She didn't walk into Tarsus. She sailed in, draped in gold, perfumed with myrrh, surrounded by dancers and incense. Cleopatra didn't arrive. She descended. They dined, they danced, they debated. She spoke his language, Greek, Latin, ambition. He saw not just beauty, but brilliance. From that moment, they were inseparable. Lovers. Allies? Co-rulers of the East. They crowned their children with kingdoms. Declared Caesarion the true heir of Julius Caesar. It was a direct insult to Octavian. He branded Antony a traitor, seduced by a foreign queen. Rome prepared for war. Love versus legacy. The Battle of Actium would decide the fate of empires. 31 BC. Off the coast of Greece, 2 worlds prepared to clash. On one side, Octavian, heir to Caesar, commander of Rome. On the other, Cleopatra and Mark Antony, lovers, rulers, rebels. But the tide turned. Octavian's fleet outmaneuvered them. Confusion spread. And then, Cleopatra's ships retreated. After the crushing defeat at Actium, Cleopatra and Antony returned to Alexandria, no longer rulers of empires, but fugitives of history. And in the silence that followed, death began to whisper. Believing his queen had taken her life, Antony turned his sword on himself. But Cleopatra lived. She cradled him in her arms, his final breath taken in her embrace. Octavian offered survival, but not dignity. Cleopatra refused to be paraded through Rome as a trophy queen. She chose death over disgrace. A serpent's kiss. A queen's farewell. With her death, the age of pharaohs ended. Egypt bowed to Rome. But Cleopatra's legend, it never died.